I think I hate Los Angeles. I think I do. Not anybody in particular, but someone that's here right now, I just realized, is in this joke that I'm about to tell you. I mean, they're not here. When I first moved here, oh my God, Mark. This is about you. This is about you. Okay, so when I first moved here, it wasn't Mark, it was a different person. So somebody goes, you should write a script. And I was like, okay, what happens then? And they're like, we send it all over town. And I was like, then what happens? And they're like, nothing. It'll sit on a stack on an assistant's desk. I was like, why are we doing this? He's like, it's LA, baby, you never know. You never know. So I wrote a script, and the agent was like, this is good. And I was like, we sending it out all over town? He's like, yeah. And then he was right. Nothing happened. Not one thing happened. But then, a little bit later, I was walking into my apartment, and my upstairs neighbor, different neighbor than I talked about before, he goes, are you Mike Bridenstine? And I was like, maybe. Why? And he's like, oh my God, I'm friends with this girl that works at DreamWorks. She told me that today, your script saved her life. I go, I am Mike Bridenstine. What is happening with this? Here's the immediate scenario that's in my head. As soon as he says DreamWorks and saved her life. Steven Spielberg. Heard of him? He has said to this girl, if you don't find the perfect script by the end of today, we will kill you. I don't know how Hollywood works. I mean, So she's like, fuck, and she sits at her desk with the stack of scripts. And she's like, it's gonna be hot, because I have to find it. She opens up a window, and a big gust of wind comes in, and it knocks off all of the scripts, except for some fucking reason, mine stays there. Then the sun comes through the clouds, and it hits the headpiece to the staff of Raw from Spielberg's famous movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It hits that, and it bounces off of it onto it fucking lights this shit up. And now she's like, oh! She's like, well, what's this? She fucking sits there and reads my script, and she's like, this is good. And so she marches confidently to Spielberg's office. She walks right up to the door. She's like, BAM! She comes in there. The door fucking flies open. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And Spielberg looks at her in the face and he goes, gentlemen, I need the room. They're all men in the scenario in my head. And they sit there and read my script from start to finish. And Steven Spielberg says to this girl, you might not just have saved your job in life. You might have saved DreamWorks itself. So that's the scenario in my head immediately. The rest of this story is very real. So I walk upstairs and I say, I'm Mike Bridenstine to this girl. And she's like, oh my God, today your script saved my life. And I was like, here we fucking go. I'm calling Mark. We're doing this. We're making the Spielberg thing. Let's fucking do this. And she goes, oh my God. So I was sitting at my desk. There was this big spider on my desk. And I reached to the stack of scripts. This actually happened to me. And she goes, I fucking killed it with the stack of scripts. I didn't know whose killed it till I saw your name in the trash. Follow your dreams is the point of that story. Why are you bummed? You're like, actually, the moral is I'm a famous man. You all know that I'm not, so. And that script was Schindler's List. That was you? That was me. What year did that come out? I don't know. That whole thing was my script. One coat should be red, I said. I don't know.